I had watched this today, and Maggie Q is a decent actress. Like she was one of the villains on the last Die Hard movie, and she was on that La Femme Nikita show. But boy, this movie, this movie should have been called Rednecks versus Wine Karens. That's basically what this movie is. So Maggie Q here is her and her sister. Um, they're gonna go to this house that they inherited. So because her sister's getting married, and they're gonna have this bachelor party out in this like I don't know, it looked like Palm Springs or somewhere. It was just some house out in the middle of nowhere. So they get out there, and the wine Karens are just annoying the fuck. Oh, by the way, so she plays a an Iraq war veteran that has PTSD. So like she's the whole movie, she's like paranoid and like worried about somebody attacking her and all of this shit. So they're sitting at the house talking, and the party is going like okay, I guess, but here, let me see if they show it on here. Oh, you know what? I better hold on. Well, I don't know if you're gonna want to watch this honestly, but here, let me. All right, we're spoilers, you know. So her and these wine Karens are just like having this crazy bachelor party, and she goes to sit out on the front porch, and her, I think it was her cousin or something, she gets hit with an arrow in the chest, and then everybody freaks out, and she drags the cousin or whatever into the house, and then they're like out in the middle of nowhere at this house, and they can't. The phone's not working. Of course, it's like it's just your typical plot holes on these fucking things. So she's like trying to lead these wine Karens and like how to defend yourself against these guys. So one of the rednecks is outside here. I think I saw one of them here. Let's go back to that. That's at the end. That's garbage with that. Okay, so these are the rednecks, and they're like, let us sit there. We just want the fucking money and all this. And then she's like, she's like, no, don't let them in. They're gonna kill us and all this. And they devise this plan. There's a lot of plot holes in this, a lot of them. But the action is somewhat decent. I'll give them that. Like she's running around killing these fucking rednecks like nothing, man. It's somewhat decent. It's just okay. So their plan is she has this gal run out of the side of the house screaming, so the guys will run off chasing her because she needs to go down to this shed that because they were at this house when they were kids or something, and she knows there's a gun shed down there. So she beats it down there after they run off to get her. And she gets to the gun shed in there, and the gun shed's empty. And then they cut back to this, and this guy tries to kill her, and he's like gonna try to stab her, and she ends up hitting him with a statue or something and beats him to death. It was kind of cheesy, but anyways, she beats it down there to get the guns, and then she realizes like the barn or this shed was being used to make like meth or heroin. I don't know what the hell they were doing in this, some drugs of some sort. And these guys trying to break into the house are just like a rival gang of drug dealers. And they're like, we know the money's in there. They told us the money's in there and all this. And she figured it out that that's what they were trying to get in there was the money. So she's just like running around killing them like off here and there. She's just like getting them one-on-one in situations and killing them. And then the whole subplot of her going down there to get the guns was for nothing because the guns were taken out. There's nothing in there. And then she finds the two drug dealers that were living there apparently. They had bags over their heads. She takes the bag over the one guy and like CPRs him and he comes back to life. And the other guy was dead, I guess. She couldn't be bothered to help his ass. So she explains to them like what I told you already. It's like, oh, these rival guys are trying to get our money and all this. And she's like, where's the guns? What happened to all the guns? And then one of these guys goes into the shed. And then Maggie Q and him have this fight, which is, it's a decent fight. Like, she outwits him or whatever. It's not like brute strength or whatever. Like, she just outsmarts the guy, which was, it was pretty good, that fight. And then the end is she gets back in the house. Here, where's that picture? Let me find that picture here. This is when she gets back in the house at the end. And she beats him down. And then her friends that are left, the ones that are alive, they're like suffocating this other dude. It's pretty intense, man. Like, she's just watching them kill this guy. And then she's like debating, like, should I let them kill this guy? And then she just ends up letting them kill that guy because she killed all of her friends and her family or whatever. So then she goes up in the attic and the other guy's up there. This guy gets it. So she goes up in the attic and that's the last guy that's left. And I guess he knew where the money was because he found the money. And her and him get into like this stabbing fight. And it's pretty good because he overpowers her, but she ends up stabbing him in the kidneys and shit. And he falls to the side. And she just like stabs the fuck out of him. It's pretty gruesome. But here's the fuck up with this movie. Okay, so their whole plot goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. Like, we're going to have the white girl run off and scream and they chase her. And then she's going to run down there and get the guns. There's no guns. And then they just tell her what happened, which we already knew because the other guy was threatening them about the money. So then she just comes back with this and the axe and is taking them out one by one. And then she gets over to the last guy and has that stabbing fest and kills that guy. But the end is just, it's just so shitty. So they show her at the sheriff's department and she tells the cop this like completely bullshit story. It was like the stupidest, like, no jury, nobody would believe that, but I guess her lawyer was there. And the cop had nothing to hold her on because the people all died on their property. So she gets off. And then this stupid girl who earlier, before she agrees to go run off and have the guys chase her so she could go get the guns, confesses to her that she's this lesbian and she has it out for her and she wants to bone her. It's just the stupidest bullshit ever, man. And then at the end, her and the lesbo drive off and it's like they're a couple and that's the end of the movie. God awful, man. Fucking hell, man. I gotta find something to watch here. There, fuck all the watch, but I mean, she's pretty hot, man. Maggie Q's pretty hot, and she was decent in that Die Hard movie. She was pretty good on La Femme Nikita too. But man, this was plot hole city. This whole movie, I was just like, wow, really? Like this? You're gonna tell the cops that those two girls took out those three guys 3 times their size when it was really her and those 2 other girls trying to fight that guy, and then she lets them suffocate that guy while she's hitting that other dude with the fucking axe. And it's like, come on, man. They didn't know how to end it, I don't think. The ending, it does seem like their whole point was like, oh, she's a lesbian. Woohoo! Whoop you fucking do. You killed a bunch of fucking people and got away with it. You didn't have to kill that one dude. I mean, you handcuffed that fucking guy, and that fucking black chick and that other one are like suffocating him, and they're like, you're not gonna rape us, motherfucker. And I'm like, she just watches them suffocate that dude. I mean, yeah, those other ones like killed the rest of them with arrows and shit. But that was flat out murder, man. They had the guy handcuffed and he suffocated him. Like, wow, really? Like, I don't know. It was just unnecessary fucking bullshit on there. This is the Whine Karen. How she didn't die was the worst part of the movie. Like, this chick should have died, man. Just total 100% fucking Whine Karen. You know, all she wanted to do was call the police, and then she even says on there, instead of talk to the manager, can I talk to your boss? She actually says this on there. Yeah, this is when she's talking to the cops or whatever. I can't believe that she got off like that, man. All she had to do was tell them the truth. I don't know why she lied to them. That was pretty fucking stupid. It's like, oh yeah, you know, these guys that came in here and we had to fight them down and all of this, and you know, we don't want to tell them about we suffocated a guy in handcuffs that we already captured alive. We don't want to tell the cops that though. But gee, the cops, I guess, are lazy there. They couldn't figure out the guy suffocated. Like, really? What the fuck? Anyways, not the best movie, not the worst movie, but I'd say 2 out of 5. How this is 4.4 out of 10, that should not even be. This is god awful. Oh, follows Iraqi war veteran Tess as she prepares to strike back after a group of home invaders attack during her sister's bachelorette party. And she discovers that they are hell-bent on not leaving any witnesses behind. You know, if she had gotten those guns, I think this would have been like a way better movie. Because that would have been pretty cool to like see her like shooting the fuck out of these guys, man, like John Wick style. But no, these fucking guys all had knives. That was the other thing. So they kill most of the people starting off with crossbows. And then the rest of them just had knives. That's all they had. They didn't even have guns. Had she actually went there and they had the guns, that would have been awesome. That would have been really fucking cool, man. I could see that him going somewhere, because then she could have come back and just fucking shot the fuck out of them. They should have had her come back and shoot the fuck out of that car that they love so much to piss them off. That would have been good. And then she could have just gone in there and fucking mowed them down, because all they had was knives. It's just stupid. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if I'd bother with this movie, honestly. Thanks for watching. Bye.